Good afternoon. Turn 34 of Brain. Lots of stuff going on. We'll go ahead and look everything over, but I guess the most important thing to call out before we actually get into the turn is that last turn I did finally end my non-aggression pact with Gondwana, and they were not happy about it, to say the least. So you recall that Gondwana is this enormous nation straddling this whole tower here, basically. If we look at their score graph, this is their provinces, these are my provinces, Arcosafale and Das Lemuria. So Gondwana was all, oh, BC, you're being irrational, you should be attacking Lemuria. And clearly I don't agree. Both because I'm not set up to attack Lemuria, and because, someone's got to attack Gondwana. Evidently, some other folks are attacking Gondwana on the west here, so Arcosafale is attacking them, and then Rotterdam. So we should be able to slow them down quite a bit. That non-aggression pact I ended on turn 33, so turn 36, which is 2 turns from now, is when we'll be able to attack each other. He's got a small force over here, which is going to be coming my way, I'm sure. I've got, if we look at my army composition here, I've got some horsemen, some halberds, and a good number of sacreds, and then these are the bowmen. And he should be able to see this as well. I mean, like, all you have to do is bring a spy or something and you can see this. So then over here, I've got a bunch more crossbows. Recruiting, I'm actually recruiting some of these bravos just because they're dirt cheap. They cost me, with chaos recruitment, only 6 gold apiece. So I'm just spamming the hell out of them. And they're really good for what they are. We talked about them earlier, but 6 gold gets me, and 6 resources, gets me basically your basic light infantry. They're bad formation fighters, which means that they don't hold the line well. But on the flip side, that means that they'll take up more space for evocations. And then they've got the 2 attacks, so just a little more damage output potentially. The idea is basically to have these guys kind of gum up the works while I'm shooting from behind with flaming and well-guided arrows. We'll see how well this works. I've also got, I'm going to have a bit of a Gifts from Heaven communion going on, so that'll be fun. And we'll go from there. Let's see. I need to have some of these guys searching. This is the guy that I summoned previously, this Lar, and he is interesting. He is ethereal and stealthy, and he's got decent stats all around. Basically, a solid thug potential for sure. I want to transform her into something big and scary, because like I can cast Become Giant, which is, where is that? Let me just show you. Under Alteration, Become Giant. It requires 4 nature and 15 nature gems. The big thing about Become Giant is that, well, it does require 4 nature. I'm making a Thistle Mace, which will give me a 3rd nature, but I still need to get the 4th from somewhere. There's a nature astral item that gives you extra nature, but I don't have that nature astral crosspath. So, here's what it is. Used up pretty much all of my gems. Although maybe I could trade these blood slaves to somebody. Building up a temple here, so I mentioned that I'm going to be spamming out priests in this province, bordering on Lemuria, and that'll be important just as a deterrent, and plus the fact that, like, evidently those 2,000 ghosts, whatever, are going to come from me. Lemuria has rigor mortis up, and they are not afraid to use it, so that's a thing. Gondwana is still low on research, though, which makes it all the more important to strike while the iron's hot. Arcosafale has been making some progress over here, so I'll continue to observe this situation. I like this thing. I could sneak it in to do some siege stuff, which gets us 7 siege strength, or I can just have it float around with this stealth 60. What else? Ramped up my research quite a bit, 1395, which I think is pretty good for right now, thanks to a bunch of lightless lanterns that I forged. My god is forging this unique armor, so I can show you that. This is an artifact with an ungodly amount of protection. So the plan there will be that whatever badass giant I decide to create, I'm going to want to give him some badass giant armor to go along with it. So that'll be exciting. Unfortunately, I really need more gems. I've got, like, I found some sites, but here, for example, I searched these paths and haven't found anything in a forest. There's whatever is causing the unrest in these 2 spots that I haven't discovered. So I guess that's a thing. I can probably cast a Akashic record now and see what's going on there. No, I need Akashic knowledge. Okay, so that'll be a task for next turn. Recruiting some of these guys to turn into eagles. However, I did not get a double air. I got double astrals, which is a bit unfortunate because double air is what I need. The plan is get a double air, make a winged helmet, and then 3 air gets me there. 3 air gets me there. So yeah, let's go ahead and get some more bravos, and we still need these little guys. Maybe I leave the diplomat at home just so I can get more bravoses. I'm not even recruiting a sage here because I ran out of money. I don't know how I ran out of money, but I ran out of money. Alright, I never actually went through the events, so let's go ahead and look at that. I traded a jacket to Arcosafale, some research, power and death, so now he's making a spell of fire. Which is another thing, because then after Alteration 6, I can go on to Alteration 7 and send some dragons after people, which I don't know how effective it'll be, but it will sure be cool. What else is going on? No updated score graphs this term, which is fine. Battle in Amon Forest between Bogarus and Arcosafale. Arco has only token defenses, so this is mainly just to see what Bogarus is deploying. They've got a bunch of spearmen. These guys are just very light infantry. Some horsemen. These seem to be some more horsemen. What's this thing? The Black Hood. This is a horse with a bow as opposed and no armor. We've got these communion guys. He's got +2. We'll see what he does with that. I'm guessing it'll be Fog Warriors, but we'll see. That's going to be my next target for sure. Nope, just a lot of aimings and body ethereal. Okay. He might not have Fog Warriors yet. Ah, Thunderstrike, that's always a good move. I should probably be queuing up some Thunderstrike, to be honest. Actually, I should be queuing up. Oh, I've got Evocation to do Thunderstrike. Yeah, that's right, because I've also got my Gifts from Heaven queued up. Alright, let's see what's happening here. Arco grabbing the province from Gondwana. There's nothing on there, and so we'll just see what Arco's battle plan is. Some fire masteries, and then this looks like a pretty solid sacred. Ethereal, Awe, and 18 protection. And that protection is from armor, so he can take like Iron Skin buff, for example. This guy gets Iron Warriors, so he'll be nigh unkillable. I think the protection was just cast. Yeah, so now that bumped him up to 10 natural protection for a total of 24. Yeah. Then here we can watch Pangea attacking Lemuria. This is a small squad from Pangea against Lemuria has the Spectral Elite. Vulnerability to salt actually matters with the newest patch that adds salt powder. And then these are just some horses. But none of these guys have magic weapons. So, oh, Lemuria just retreated. Okay. One thing that's worth noting is that I believe here there was a giant battle between Pangea and Lemuria, which I was informed about over Discord, which that's cool. Giant battles are always fun and exciting. I wish I could have seen it. But basically, like, Pangea took out 260 or so ghosts, but that still leaves 750 remaining that they didn't take out. So that's fun for Pangea. I'm told that that Lemuria is fighting 4 people, so like Satis and Pangea, and I don't even remember who's here, maybe Gath. But regardless, I want no part of that until it becomes my problem, and I firmly believe that it's not my problem yet. I'll continue with messages, free gems, gem event. Definitely, like I mentioned earlier, going to need more events. This province is starting to pick up my scales, but they lost some people, which is a bit unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Finished a fortress, cured some disease, and did some patrolling. And then I had a guy here that was diseased that finally passed on. Alright, make sure that all of my boosting items are given to commanders. And then I could use this alchemist stone to alchemize myself some more money. But I don't have any gems to turn into money. Like, I'm going to need to accumulate my fire gems if I want to go with this fire dragon plan, and I'm not even getting very many of them. And earth gems is the same story. So I guess this is just me not being as used to playing late age, because as you can see, like, I've searched most of my land, I mean that's my capital, with my site searching abilities. My god is busy like making stuff as opposed to searching, but searching isn't a great use of your god anyways, typically. But just haven't gotten that much income. If I look at my total, I'm getting 14, 17, 28, 31, 35, 3 of which are blood slaves. I guess it's not that bad, but it doesn't feel that great. But it is what it is. Anything else worth noting right now? I still got a couple more turns before my non-aggression pact ends. The other thing that I need to prepare is some of these assassins. So I'll start recruiting those heavily and giving them gear to perform assassination. The plan there is probably going to be some of these fire tricks. So what's this thing do? Shoots fireballs. I can make these scepters of authority pretty cheaply and then use them to just light people on fire. And yeah. The other thing that I could do, which would probably actually be better than that, is I can make these silver rings. They cost more, but they do this cold blast automatically. And it uses water gems, which I have less of a native use for. Ring of Invisibility would be really nice, but I don't have anywhere near Astral or Air 4, other than my god, who doesn't have Astral. That would be a good move, Winterbringer. Yeah, I think that an assassin would like a Winterbringer. Let's just check some of these other things. Like, really, I'm just, honestly, longbow, but I need the air gems. I'm just looking for something cheap that I can make that will make my assassin a pain in the ass. This Crown of the Frost King would also fit the bill quite nicely, but that'll only work for one assassin. And it's also like a valuable thing to have in reserve just in general. I do want to make some of these. Fast casting 30 is nothing to sneeze at, but that is for a different day. And yeah, there's lots of good items here, but nothing that will help us assassination that comes to mind immediately. So, yeah, I think that's it for now. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on turn 35.